guys, and welcome back to another video. You guys seem to quite enjoy the semester review thing I did after last semester, so I figured I would do another one since this semester is now pretty much over. As you can see from me looking slightly rough and just in a big jumper, we are in fact just about in the exam period. My exam period starts in 2 days and I have my first exam on Tuesday. I'm filming this on Saturday. So what did I end up doing this semester? I'm going to link my previous semester review video up in the cards, but today I'm going to talk about kind of what changed from that. In that I said that I had been using my phone to take notes in GoodNotes, in kind of lectures and seminars and whatever, and this semester that changed, but only to the extent that I got an iPad to do it on instead. I made a video on how I'm using my iPad for university, which I'll link as well. My iPad has been the best kind of university related purchase I have made because it has served me so incredibly well, and I'm so excited to keep using it next semester. I still do all my notes for just about anything in GoodNotes, but as I mentioned in my current favourites video, I also got a tiny little notebook that I use for some revision notes when I feel like writing them out by hand instead of writing them on my iPad. I also talked quite a bit about flashcards in my previous semester review video. I was saying that I was only making flashcards for tax and financial reporting, but in the end I ended up only making flashcards for financial reporting. I found that doing flashcards from tax reading was kind of just too much because there's so many minute details and all of them is kind of important, so it just ended up being a hassle. When I've been revising, I ended up going through all our class PowerPoints and writing down literally every fact on a flashcard. However, I didn't use physical flashcards, I used Quizlet, so I can very easily test myself on them, and that is what I'm currently doing for revision for tax actually. For financial reporting, I also in the end ended up going in and putting all of my flashcards that I made throughout the semester into Quizlet. Quizlet has so many good functions for testing yourself on your flashcards, and in the end it just made it easier than carrying around a literal this big stack of flashcards wherever I went. And as I said, I always bring my iPad with me and I use it all the time, and that has really good Quizlet apps, so I end up just using that, and that's just a lot easier. In general, I'm quite a big advocate for flashcards, but I think maybe next semester I'll end up not doing flashcards throughout the semester and rather use that as a form of revision, making them as well as testing myself on them. Tax is not one of those subjects where you have to learn the facts because you get asked about the facts on the exam. Tax is one of those subjects where you have to learn the facts because you have to use the facts to answer the numerical questions, which means I've been doing mostly the numerical questions and kind of getting that in, getting the method in, because that's what I'm going to be doing on the exam. However, that's what I'm using the flashcards for now, is actually memorising the facts, because when I did the exam questions I would just look the facts up. That is what I'm doing for tax. For financial reporting, I have again just been doing all the questions because truly I feel like in most cases that is the way to go, because you need to test yourself on what you're going to be tested on the exam, and the best way to do that is to do the same things that you're going to be asked to do on the exam, both under exam conditions and also just to revise and get the knowledge in. That's what I've been doing for management accounting as well, just doing seminar questions, doing exam questions. I find that in most kind of numerical subjects certainly that's the way to go, but also for written questions you need to learn how they want you to answer them. And that kind of sums up what I've been doing, using my iPad for literally everything, making lots of flashcards for revision, testing myself on said flashcards as well, and just doing literally all the questions that I can get my hands on, except for in tax because then they usually have the wrong numbers if they're from the year before. And I think that will be largely what I do next semester as well. However, next semester and next year some things are going to be changing. First of all, I don't really know what my situation is with modules and what I'm taking and etc, but obviously that will come together sooner or later. But I haven't been thinking too much about what I'm doing for next semester kind of studying wise, just because I don't know what the modules are going to be like. However, I will keep using my iPad because that's fabulous and I love taking notes in GoodNotes and everything, so that'll stay. But then I have exams before Christmas without a revision period, so I'll have to figure something good out to get through that. But don't worry, I will be doing another one of these videos at the end of next semester to update you on how things went. I think that's it really. I don't think I have anything more to talk about, and now I am gonna head to the library and do some more tax flashcards because my tax exam is in 3 days and I am freaking out. So that's the end of this video, and I will just see you on Saturday for another vlog. I hope you have a good day, get some good studying done, and I'll see you later.